After playing the game consistently for 393 days and beyond, here I am to share my manager mode tactics and what works best for me. That's some grass, bro.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're interested in more FC Mobile related content.
Yeah, boy.
This time, a lot of you guys may like to push rank in manager mode. I have been auto-playing manager mode since FIFA times, and I will share all my experience till now with all the tips throughout the video. So do make sure you'll watch the complete video. Earlier, it was required to remain in the top 8k rank to achieve FC Champion, which is not the case now, so more people can reach FC Champion and above. Just copying someone's tactic isn't going to help you in the long run. So understand them carefully so you can formulate them for yourself. So you can take it as a starting point and maneuver according to what works for you. First of all, it is an OVR dominant mode. So the higher the OVR, the better the chances to achieve higher stars. And thus, I always emphasize to build a squad that can be good across all modes. A max or a 1 OVR less is what one should try for. So don't expect a 115 team, for example, to achieve the results as a 117, but it will surely improve. Besides, try to be ahead of the curve to have an advantage in these modes. I tried, tested and achieved 50 stars not only in one account but both the accounts to make sure these tactics work across accounts. This is one of my squads. Diaz, Ginola and Bale make the attack, while Zidane, Iniesta and Lampard make the midfield. In the defense, I have Capdevia, Marquez, Barzaghi and Zambrotta, with Alisson covering the goal. Keep your better centre mid towards the left as I observe them to get more chances. Another important point which you all can observe is I have max ranked and trained the players as it is important across all modes. To max train, you can easily get the players from these exchanges. Let's observe the final match. If you see, there's a change in matchmaking which increases our chances to achieve higher stars. I am playing with the 117 OVR squad while the opponent is playing with the 115 OVR squad, which on paper gives us an advantage in these modes. There were no goals in the first half, but in the second half the keeper makes a mistake and Diaz takes advantage of it. The opponent then comes back and equalizes. With about just 10 in-game minutes remaining in the game, we have to score in order to reach 50 stars. And as per our tactics, we get some good passing before Ginola takes a long shot. His 5-star weak foot along with the shooting attribute helps us in getting the winning goal and we move to 50 stars. I will attach the live stream on which I managed to reach 50 stars. If you all wish to see more matches, let's try to understand these tactics as per my experience and opinion in the game. So there are 3 sections. First is build up. Keeping the build up speed at 2 helps in maintaining possession and creating opportunities. As you can see in the illustration, when we shift to 3, it will be quick passing build up, but chances of losing the ball will be higher. Notice the game for a few minutes. Most times, you can just keep on auto and check what is working for your players. To be more attacking, especially in situations when you're trailing, move to 3. It will create quicker attacks. Alternatively, you can start with 3 and then shift to 2 when scored if you play manually. So choose whichever is giving you better results. I will keep it on 2 for now. Passing distance, keep it as 1 because as you increase, you will lose the ball more often as it makes some really inaccurate passes when increased. Start with attacking mentality and as per match situation, you can shift lower to defending if you're monitoring. It affects the position of the players and the possession of the ball he keeps. In attacking mentality, players go forward aggressively higher up the field. In defensive mentality, players drop deeper into defensive positions as you can see in the illustration. Balance mentality being the middle ground. Organized position works better compared to free, which creates lots of gaps in defense. In case you lose the ball, opponent has a better chance to counter-attack. Second is offense. Passing tendency, keep it at 1, which makes players prefer safe passing with possession and dribbling, and creates slow build-up with more ball control. When kept on 3, will have more risky passing. 2 being midway. Crossing tendency, also keep it on 1 to avoid more frequent random crosses. Since crossing and heading mechanics are less effective in manager mode, even when kept on 1, you will see few crosses, and most crosses on general don't convert. Shooting tendency at 3 increases long shot frequency as shown in the illustration, due to which we have more shots taken, and more the shots, more the chances of a goal, and thus a long shot taker trait is very useful, especially in the midfield. We shall look at other important traits as well further in the video. Positioning organized works better as you have the right players at right positions. Wingers remain on the wing and strikers remain central as opposed to the free movement. Third is defense. The above two was mainly concerned when you have the ball. This one is when your opponent has the ball. Keeping the pressure on 3 increases the chances of winning the ball back quicker and pushes the opponent to make a mistake in pressure situations. As you all can see in the illustration, how the second defender is coming in. Lower width keeps a player more central. To take a shot, a player will drop in, and in this setup, we have all our defenders in the right position, reduces the gaps on the field, and as you can see, we have players to cover up closer to each other, creating compact defensive block and more pressure in central areas. So these two function well together. If you increase that, it will push your defenders further on the wing. One works the best for me. Aggression should be kept on 2, which is well balanced, where players wait for the right moment to intercept, compared to 3, which is highly aggressive, which could result in us losing the ball. So is 1, where the defenders hold back a lot. Backline cover has a better chance of intercepting an attack than relying on offside trap, which creates gap and is a 50-50. Try to keep these defending settings as it is, but it works really well since a long time. I have personally tried a lot of formations, including 4-2-4, 4-3-3 holding, 3-5-2, 4-2-1-3, and many others. The best that worked for me was 4-3-3 attack followed by 4-2-4. Y'all can try on the formation you'll use or check on the formations I mentioned, but don't lose OVR in that process. Try using players in their respective positions. If not possible, alternate position, but not out of position, because the game algorithm seems to affect as much as I have noticed, as they're statistically built to play a certain way when not manually controlled. Most of us don't build squads for manager modes, so whatever players you have, try achieving the highest OVR. But when you have a choice, look at traits, just like we do in other modes. The one that creates the most impact in my opinion is the long shot taker trait for attackers and midfielders. Other traits like power header, playmaker, beats offside trap, flare, and dives into tackle comes in handy. A 5-star weak foot for midfielders and attackers is very helpful. The best time to keep on auto, in my experience, is the unpeak hours. Example, 5 hours before the reset. I will implement all these strategies on another account, where I have Son on the left wing, Eusebio on the striker position, and Bale that make the attack, with Socrates, Iniesta and Xavi making the midfield. Most of these players have the long shot taker traits, where in my defense, I have Maldini, Kompany, Barzaghi and Thuram, and Khan is at the goal. I do have an option to play Ginola on the cam position or the striker position, but that drops my OVR on the cam position or the striker position, so I'm not going to do that. We could also keep some players on the bench, but I haven't required, and in auto the substitutes come in really late, so y'all can see whatever works for y'all. But don't lose the OVR. Get as many badges as possible to boost the stats. We are at 49 stars and we need to win this match to reach 50 stars. 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 The OVR of the opponent is also 117. He has got some excellent players in his lineup and is going to be tough to beat. We begin the match with our initial tactics in place. With balanced build-up speed, we get some decent passing going through in the early minutes. Our players hold the perfect positioning, due to which we are able to create a good chance from the throw, resulting in a goal from Ginola. Since I got the early goal, I shifted my mentality from attacking to defending, as we were playing to reach 50 stars. The players held back a little, but still creating an attacking opportunity, resulting in another goal from Xavi. I'm now going to reduce the build-up speed. Observe the difference it makes to the gameplay. That is the end of the first half. The opponent begins the second half. Observe the position of our players. Holding their position, not overcommitting, but not letting them get passed through easily as well. The opponent creates another attack. This time, observe the well-crafted build-up from our defense to the attack. Some precise passing, resulting in another goal for us. Another attack where we managed to score our fourth goal. The opponent does get one back in the final minutes. The match ends at 4-1 with maximum of our goals coming from the midfield. And we managed to reach 50 stars quite comfortably. We can easily get the 50-star rewards with relatively lesser efforts compared to other modes. Watch other such videos here. If you found this video helpful, make sure to drop a like. Subscribe if you're interested in FC Mobile content.